This is RadioOnFire.com, where social networks meet talk radio. Thank you for logging on. Thank you for tuning in. I go by the name of Diamond K, and this is the Diamond K Show. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Aaliyah movie that, is pending. But of course, you can hear me daily right here at RadioOnFire.com. Some fans are giving the thumbs down to Zendaya being cast to play Aaliyah in this upcoming biopic. The late singer's family says they will block Lifetime from airing it. Now, on Tuesday, June the 17th, it was revealed that Lifetime was planning to air an Aaliyah biopic. The 17-year-old Disney actress Zendaya was picked to play the lead role of Aaliyah. There was an immediate backlash from fans who didn't think that Zendaya was right for the part of the singer who died at the age of 22 in 2001, tragically in a plane crash. Now, Aaliyah's family has responded by putting out a statement. Barry Hankerson, who is Aaliyah's uncle and former manager, says the family has hired an attorney and will exhaust all of the legal remedies to block the movie. Hankerson says Lifetime never contacted the family to seek permission, and his niece's life story deserves to be seen in movie theaters, not a made-for-TV flick. Zendaya responded to all of the backlash via a series of tweets. She said that Aaliyah has been an inspiration and an influence on her whole career. Her talent still shines brighter than ever, and all we want to do is honor her, she wrote. So she also said that she showed how much that she accomplished in only her 22 years, and she was beautiful inside, and there will never be another Aaliyah. I just hope to share her beautiful story and make her proud up in heaven. I'm just a 17-year-old girl who got cast to play one of her biggest inspirations. Let me say this, and I want to start off by saying that I loved Aaliyah. I loved her music. Let me say that. I loved her music, and I think that she was a very talented singer and an actress. I think that what happened to her, but I also put her in the same vein of Brandy, Monica, and singers that came out in the mid to late 90s and had 5 to 6 year runs. Now, Aaliyah died in 2001. Now, I want us to look at the reality, because the family's outraged and everyone's outraged. And if Aaliyah was still living today, right, she would not be some mega superstar. She would not be on the vein of Janet Jackson or Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston or Beyonce or anybody like that, all right? Even though she came out in the 90s, she would be in that vein of Brandy, Monica, Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige, who are all great, talented singers and actresses. Some are actresses. But I don't want us to overstate things. Now, with that being said, all of this hoopla, Aaliyah is being overrated. Aaliyah is not a superstar. She was a talented singer who had a successful career. But let's not overstate this. Had she not died in 2001, she would not be even considered for a TV movie, let alone a theater release. Her family is upset, and I understand that. Movies are made all of the time, TV movies and theatrical movies. I said the same thing a few days ago about Whitney Houston's family, who has more of a reason to want a theatrical movie than Aaliyah. People would not go out in big droves to see an Aaliyah movie. They just wouldn't do it. I'm telling you, they wouldn't do it. A made-for-TV movie would be just fine for Aaliyah. The family should be thankful that people want to remember their loved one. A movie, and even still, if the family feels as though a movie is due for Aaliyah, then make it yourself. Barry Hankerson is a very connected man. He can come up with the funds if this is such a big this is such a big money opportunity for an Aaliyah movie, which people will not go out to see in droves. If Tyler Perry could not get people to go to see the Single Moms Club, they're not going to be able to go to get them to see an Aaliyah movie. The TLC movie, as I referenced before, is about the level of excitement that you would generate for an Aaliyah movie, and that would be fine. But even still, if you do a TV movie and it's such a big hit, then you can do your own version or go in deeper with a theatrical release. But let's not overstate things. Aaliyah would not be on that superstar level had she lived longer. And this young girl, Zendaya, playing the part is fine. She's fine for the role. I do not see what the big deal is, the big outrage. People, it's just craziness. And the family, I understand their pain, but let's not overstate things. All right? Aaliyah, very talented, but she's overrated. She was a decent singer. I wouldn't say she was the best singer. We wouldn't have wanted Aaliyah singing the national anthem. All right? But she sounded really, really good. She looked really, really nice. And I think that had Aaliyah been living, she would be an actress. But with that being said, I want to connect this whole thing before I close it out. I don't think that people would have gone out in droves to see a Whitney Houston movie. Let's remember, Mariah Carey did Glitter, all right? And Mariah Carey's a much bigger superstar than Aaliyah. Some people want to see their movie, and some people don't. Beyonce could make a theatrical movie, and people are going to go out to see it about her life. Aaliyah, I don't think that's where we are in this society. The people who would want to see Aaliyah would rather watch it at home. So I'm going to close it out there. I'm sure that I'm going to get a lot of responses about this, but you know what I'm saying is true. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for logging on. Definitely make sure that you log on to radioonfire.com. Also like us on Facebook. We have a brand new Facebook page. I am on social media at The Diamond K Show on Instagram and Twitter. Hit me up. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening, y'all.